Morning. Wanted to give you all a little update today on how all our pigs are doing and how everything is going here at Crooked Pine Ranch. We are at the farmers markets every Wednesday and Saturday in Victoria, and then we will be at the dam store over by the Coleto Creek Reservoir on Fridays, and we're going to do Ezel once a month. Haven't decided what date that will be this month, but I will keep you posted and let you know. So here we go. Let's say good morning to our animals. Good morning, Rosie and Little Lady. These two were a little small and needed a little bit of extra care. So they have a little quarantine suite. This one wants attention because she's like, why are you giving the pigs attention? I'm more pretty. I'm most beautiful. Yes. And there's Oliver. This is Illa. All right, now back to Little Lady and Rosie. Here we go. Let's say hi to the pigs this morning. Y'all are not helping me record a nice video that's not shaky. So this is Little Lady. She was one of the ones from the last litter that were really small. The mama had worms, and it took us a little while to get those eradicated and get those guys healthy. She is the last one from that litter. And this is Rosie. She was just struggling having to fight Miss Pinky because for some reason Pinky thought that Rosie should give her all of her num-nums. So Rosie got to come over here and be by herself so she could put on a little extra weight. Oliver, down. Down. Sit for love. Sit for love. We sit for love. We sit for love. No jumping. Much better. Much better. And then we've got the Pinkie Pie. Say good morning, Pinkie Pie. How are you this morning, the Pink? The Pink is good. Dottie Dotson. He is doing good. And behind him is Pumbaa. He is our gray little potbelly. And then we've got the big fat mama over there. She is mama to the babies that you see standing in the back by the gross mud puddle. We are working on filling in their pins so they don't have any more low spots that make puddles. But, you know, pigs love to dig and they make it hard. So every time it rains, they dig new holes and create new mud puddles. Because pigs love mud, of course. So we are working on cleaning out the mud puddles and whatnot. They are hilarious. So these are our babies. You see the three in the back? They're such fat babies. Such fat little porkers. There's their brother right there. Yes, and their mommy is right there. Yes. Everybody's still kind of moving slow this morning. They're waiting for their breakfast. This is my guys waiting for breakfast. Now, let's take a nice little trip over to see the chickens. You can hear them talking this morning. They're very excited. I bet they have lots of eggs for us this morning. It's still kind of early for eggs. Usually we don't collect eggs completely until about 10 o'clock. We've been getting anywhere from 12 to 15 eggs a day right now. The chickens are doing really, really good. They are laying all the time. We still need some materials to make more houses for the chickens, and we need a place to put our babies. But for right now, this is what keeps our chickens safe. We can move this chicken tractor wherever we want to so they get that free range experience. It's almost time to move it again so that they can be in some fresh grass. But they are very happy, and we bring them grass all the time. As you can see, we get them lots and lots of grass. I also like to bring in leaves and acorns and all kinds of stuff for them to mess with. Recently, I raked all of this out, so all you can see right now is the grass that we mow and bring in for them. But these are our happy birds. They have pecked off the rooster's toe. They don't let him get anything. That rooster is so beat up by these girls. And this little guy, he has lost his toes too. They don't let the roosters do anything. They beat the crap out of these roosters. These roosters get no love in here. These girls are so mean to these roosters. They peck their feet and keep them from mounting. It's really something else. These chickens are the craziest chickens I've ever had. Most of my chickens have been really sweet and docile, but not these birds. And it's definitely time to get more chickens and expand our flock. We need to set up a whole nother chicken house. and get going on that. So very excited about the things to come here on the ranch. We've got ponds that we are working on. We've got so many things that we are working on. I'm going to take y'all over and let you see the ducks. It's always a work in progress around here because there's just so much wild that we have to contend with. And the weather is very wet, so we don't get as much time to work as we would like to. Oh, the ducks are a little bit of a walk. And we're still working on the duck habitat. We need to build them a house on the pond so that they can access the pond. Right now, they have a swimming pool, and you'll get to see that in just a second. We're not quite sure how the dogs will interact with the chickens in the pond, or with the ducks in the pond, because the dogs absolutely love the pond, and they think it belongs to them. So I'm not sure how that will work out when we finally get to release them. Probably have the dogs put in a yard by then. We just have not been able to get that done because the weather has not allowed us to. So this is the Ducktopia. Yeah, it's also a very, very muddy mess because they like to keep everything very wet. They knock out their water as soon as we put it in there. As soon as the girls get up and rolling this morning, they'll come outside and they'll clean out their water and get them some fresh water, and then the ducks will muddy it all up and make it all gross again. It's a really fun process every day. But this is their little feeder, and then they have a nice little house back here where they can come and get out of the rain and come back here and put their eggs and all of that. And their eggs are delicious. We have 2 females, and they are the happiest little ducks. Aren't you happy girls? Aren't you happy girls? They want my attention. Usually I go in and pick them up. So they're like waiting at the gate going, are you going to touch me? Are you going to love me? Are you going to give me some huggy and kisses? That's what they're waiting on. They think that's what they deserve. Yep. And the pond is doing great. The ecosystem seems to be pretty stable. The water is staying very clean. You can see the ground under the water. You can see straight through the water in our pond. Stuart has done an excellent job making a beautiful ecosystem that seems to be doing really good and thriving. Our little fish are growing and swimming all the time. Jocelyn comes out and catches catfish and bass and all kinds of stuff all the time. And the pond is really clear and really clean. It's great for swimming. It's great for everything. We absolutely love the pond that Stuart built. And all of our aquatic plants are doing really good around the edges. We kind of just chose to leave a lot of natural plants that were already here because they were already very water resistant. So these plants help keep our water clean. And soon we will get some movement in here because we want to connect our ponds and turn it into a river-style oasis that will constantly be moving. But right now we have a self-contained ecosystem that's doing really, really good. And we put, right now it's just been fresh rainwater that's been added recently, and everything still looks really clean and really clear. So we're really excited about the progress of our pond. Everything's been going pretty good. I did finally get some plants started. I started some lettuce. I started some beans. I've got jade beans growing, and I started some pinto beans. So hopefully soon I'll be able to start selling some lettuce and beans. So we're really excited about that. I've been looking at trying to invest in a pressure canner. So if anybody has a pressure canner that they want to get rid of, they don't use anymore, I would gladly take it off your hands. I will trade, I will barter, I will give you salsa, I will do absolutely anything right now for a pressure canner. So if anyone has a pressure canner, I would gladly take that. So I wanted to come over here and show y'all the plants real quick, because I don't know if any of y'all have ever had my delicious green beans that I like to make with brisket pieces and whatnot, but I want to start canning my delicious green beans so that you can buy them and open them up and have them for dinner. So this is where I started my beans, and Megan put an onion in there. So we've got beans and onions going in here. These are the jade beans, and as you can see, they are starting to sprout. We've got them already breaking out of their bean and coming alive, so I'm really excited about that. And of course my pinto beans are growing, so I'm excited. My little bean sprouts are starting to go crazy. So in a couple of months I will have lots of beans, and I'm excited about that. Lots and lots of beans to come. They are gonna grow up these little vines here, or up this little fence that I put in here, and I think that will make a good place for my beans. And then in these 3 pots, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got lettuce starting to grow in all of these pots. Most of it is just mixed lettuce. I do have one that has romaine lettuce in it, and I can't remember which one that is. Ha ha ha, of course. Megan grew some more onions. Those are Megan's onions. Oh, and then, of course, we're working on our aloe vera because we love aloe vera around here. So that's our little aloe garden. Everything froze last year, so all my aloe plants are tiny because they had to start all over again. So we are working on aloe plants. Yep, I need to pull all the leaves out of there again. I just did that the other day. Oh, and then Stuart has been grilling up some badass chicken wings at the farmer's markets. And this is the grill that he built. Isn't that cool? It sits into the hitch of the mule or the truck. He's gonna put a hitch on the back of the trailer so he can attach it to the trailer. So that'll be really cool. But he worked really hard to make this so that we could bring you some of our amazing chicken wings to the markets. So we're super excited. Got a lot of stuff going on. And we're excited about these new endeavors. I know closing down the cleaning business shocked a lot of people. It was a very sudden decision. But it was one that I definitely needed to make for myself. I was overworked and pretty depressed, and I just really needed to not straddle the fence anymore. I needed to either be all in here or all in there, because home life was not thriving, and neither was work. Neither was Barefoot Clean. So I'm all in to Crooked Pine Ranch. So we hope that y'all will support our new endeavors and will follow along with us as we learn and grow and just do some new incredible things. Y'all come and see us on Wednesday at the Victoria Farmers Market at the Patty Dodson Center, or Friday at the Dam Store, or Saturday back at the Patty Dodson Center at the Farmers Market. We will have wonderful, delicious whole chicken wings and burn your whole salsa and baked goods. Amanda and I are both baking like crazy and making up some new recipes and trying out new things. So y'all come and see us. We thank you so very, very much for your support.